Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Nate's revenge vow. Is there a sinister character turn following Damian's death? According to rumors from the young and the restless, Nate Hastings may make a revenge vow. Will Nate's nasty personality take a turn after Damian Kane's death, sending him on a journey of revenge? Nate has spent the last few months on Y&R assisting Amy Lewis in finding and reconnecting with her son. Nate also attempted to offer Damian and Amy more time together through the program he enrolled her in. Damian is now dead, and Amy will be devastated by the news. Amy may believe she has nothing left to live for, and consider discontinuing the medicine that has been extending her life. Nate has grown to care about Amy, and witnessing her anguish would shatter his heart. Of course, Nate was beginning to bond with Damian as his half-brother, so he would feel the weight of this loss as well. Nate and Amy will have to wait some time for updates due to a lack of phone coverage, but Damian's tragic destiny cannot remain hidden and nice indefinitely. After Amy and Nate are forced to mourn their loss, Nate's character may easily become vengeful. Even if it is shown that someone such as Carter took events into his own hands to remove Damian, Nate may still blame Kane. Nate may feel Damian's biggest mistake was becoming involved with Aristotle Dumas as Kane in the first place. Nate will be enraged and may conclude that vengeance is in order because Damian would have lived if he had not attended that party. Kane intends to return to Genoa City and will have the opportunity to do so once the murder inquiry concludes. After Kane's identity is cleared, he hopes to make a major GC comeback. However, once they live together, Nate may become a huge foe for Kane. Kane might become a revenge target if Nate continues to blame him for effectively enticing Damian to his death, especially if Kane's own aide is to blame. Kane refuses to back down, and Lily delivers devastating news to Nate. Kyle is packing in his train car when his phone begins to ping. He gets a lot of messages from Summer and Claire. He knows Harrison will be sleeping in Milan, so he telephones Claire. Claire answers Kyle's phone call at the TAC house and asks whether he is okay. He tells her he is, but the chateau has been transformed into Kane Ashby's house of horror. She inquires, "Who is Kane Ashby?" Kyle explains that he is Lily Winter's ex-husband. He amassed billions under the nickname Dumas. He tells her about being carried there by train and how the storm washed out the road and rails. They've been left with no way out and no way to call. Claire wonders if it was beautiful. He says it would have been, if no one had perished. Kyle Y&R. Claire worries about her family. He assures her that they are all right, despite the fact that her Uncle Nick has been hurt and is in the hospital. Claire inquires if anyone has called her mother, but he's going to be okay. He wanted to speak with her. "How are you? How is Cole?" Claire says, "He didn't make it." Kyle exclaims, "What?" Claire says, "My father died." More, meet Mark Grossman's new girlfriend. Claire describes the Legionnaire's disease, and Kyle wishes he could hold her. He hopes to get home as soon as possible. He wonders when this happened. Claire informs him that they are having a service today because they haven't heard from any of them. Victoria descends the stairs as Claire and Kyle express their love and disconnect. Victoria informs her daughter that she just chatted with her parents. They are astounded that two people have died, and Claire inquires as to who they are. Victoria claims her mother called from the hospital and needed to be brief. Claire proposes putting off the service until they return home. Victoria said they do not know when Nick will be released. Today may simply be about the two of them saying farewell. They hug. Victoria Claire Y&R. Can Amanda talk the Kane down? Kane flinches when he glances at the CCTV screens in his study, recalling the sound of the gunshot. Kane Y&R. Amanda walks in and wonders how he's doing. He's unsure how to answer. She believes he is shocked, as are all of them. Kane blames himself for not realizing Carter was unstable and needed help. Amanda informs him that the police investigation into the deaths of 3 people is nearly complete. Carter's confession to killing Damian, as well as security footage, aided the investigation. Kane inquires whether they viewed the lack of cell service as an unforeseen event. She admits she did, but she unjammed the signal without his permission. He informs her that she did the right thing. She claims he's safe. He wonders, "Am I?" Kane doesn't know how to cope with 3 people dying on his farm. Jill, who is like a mother to him, had just lost her grandson, and it happened on his watch. He died saving his own life. What if he encouraged Carter too much? He was aware of Lily's hopes for the future. Amanda reminds Kane that he cannot blame himself for this. They had no way of predicting Carter's actions. Kane regrets not recognizing the warning signs and seeking treatment sooner. Kane Amanda YNR. Amanda reminds Kane that he was wonderful to Carter. Kane says, now he is dead, along with 2 innocent individuals. Nick is in the hospital because he was naive enough to believe he could be guilty. Amanda wants to think about what comes next. Kane said they'll go as planned. Amanda thinks that the dynamics have shifted significantly, and he has garnered more enemies than friends. Kane claims this was never about popularity. He has a vision and will not back down now. More. Amelia's unexpected choice for Vicky's romantic interest.
Kane reminds Amanda that everything is about Lily, and he is more motivated than ever to complete his objective. Amanda believes he is underestimating his targets. Kane reminds her that they were this close to Nikki. Amanda points out that everything went to hell. As confident as she is in his genius, the families will unite against him. Kane isn't worried. He believes they can do anything together, but he understands if she wants to walk away. She says, I'll stay. He thanks her, and she walks away. Kane then clears his desk, frustrated. Will Phyllis and Billy defend Kane? In the main train car, Diane wonders how it might all end with Damian and Chance killed. Jack laments the loss of 2 decent guys, blaming it on Kane's ego. Billy adds that he told Abby about Chance, which was not easy. Phyllis fears telling Summer that she and Chance were close. Diane discusses the sorrow of it all. Phyllis believes that it was foolish, but she is upset that everyone is blaming Kane. Billy backs her up. Jack, shocked, asserts that he may not have used the weapons, but the killings are Kane's fault. Jack Diane Y&R. They argue while Billy and Phyllis defend Kane, claiming that he did not mean for any of this to happen. Sally claims that 3 people have died regardless. Jack describes Chance as a decent man who always came through. Jill and Nina will be crushed by this loss. Billy believes his mother will find a way to blame him for it. Jack and Phyllis remind him that he had nothing to do with it and helped save lives. Billy believes Chance died a hero. More, Eric Braden submits to temptation. Jack agrees to accompany Billy when he contacts Jill. Billy will leave it to Kane. He doubts she'd answer if he called. This information is better coming from someone other than him. Audra walks in, and Diane informs her that if she is seeking for her son, he is not there. Diane Audra Y&R. Audra isn't interested in tracking down Kyle. Diane tells her that she has embarrassed herself. Audra isn't interested in defending herself because Nate's brother has died and Amy would be sad. She marches over to Sally, who pours her a beverage. When Jack reads Kane's wait and hope note, Diane points out that they still don't know what his plan is or was. Jack Y&R. Nate's day takes a turn. Victoria welcomes Nate to the tack house and assures him he doesn't have to come by. He believes it is critical that he assist them in honoring Cole. He says he spoke briefly with Audra, who gave him the impression that the chateau was quite the experience. He wonders if they've decided to put off the service. Claire informs her mother that she would like her grandparents and Kyle to be present. Victoria nods. They can wait for a day or 2. Nate believes it is best to wait till they have more people to back them. Nothing cuts more deeply than the loss of someone you love. Nate Victoria Claire Y&R. Lily hesitates in her train car before taking out her phone and dialing Nate's number. More, Victoria's unexpected next move. Nate answers Lily's call and steps outside when she warns him to do so privately. He asks if she's okay with Kane being Dumas. She claims it threw her for a loop, but she is fine. Nate says she does not sound well. He had the impression there was something Audra was not telling him. Lily says it's her fault. She despised doing this over the phone, but she didn't want to wait until they get home. She takes a deep breath and tells Nate, Damian is gone. He was killed. Nate attempts to process this. Why? How? Was there an accident? Lily exclaims, he was murdered. Nate wonders how this is possible. Nate Y&R. Lily reveals that Carter, the disturbed assistant, killed him out of a mistaken loyalty to Kane. He felt Damian was a romantic threat to Kane. Nate complains that they weren't even together. Lily admits they met at the chateau and were romantically connected. Carter got rid of him to clear the way for Kane. Nate inquires if he was doing Kane's bidding. Lily replies he has no idea and believes him. Nate hopes Carter did not get away. Lily sighs, he shot himself. She screams, all I wanted was for him to hear this from me. She hoped he'd be able to tell Amy himself. Nate is amazed that Amy barely got her son back and now he's gone. This will crush her. Lily sobs, I'm so sorry, Nate. This shouldn't have happened. He begs Lily to return home safely and disconnects. Lily phoned Y&R. Nate re-enters the tack house and informs Victoria and Claire that his brother Damian was slain at the chateau. He cannot believe it. He believed they had a lifetime to get to know each other, and now he is gone. Victoria embraces him. They encourage him to stay. He admits that part of him dreads going home and telling Amy the news. Damian's return in her life fueled her determination to overcome cancer. Victoria says, my heart goes out to you and her. Perhaps his medical background prepared him to share this news in some small way. Nate comments, this is different. This is my family. Nate Victoria Claire Y&R. How will Kane upset Lily this time? Kane knocks on the train car door and enters while Lily is drying her tears. She rolled her eyes. He tells her he wanted to say goodbye before the train leaves. Do you need anything from me? Lily believes he has done more than enough. She merely had to inform Nate that his brother had died. She has no idea where he is or how he received the news because she is stuck on this train. Kane said the deaths will haunt him for the rest of his life. She answers, good. None of this would have occurred if he hadn't chosen to play God with their lives. Kane will set everything right. Lily claims he can't make things right. She realizes and exclaims, my God, are you still planning on coming back to Genoa City? Kane shrugs, wouldn't it be the worst thing? Kane Lily Y&R. Lily informs her ex that he's brought nothing but sorrow. Kane still wants the opportunity to show himself. Lily accuses him of tremendous deception and refuses to believe whatever he says in the future. What will he tell their children? He amassed a fortune with his father, of all people. He maintains that Colin changed, which changed him. Lily does not believe he has changed for the better, and nothing he says or does will convince her. What major changes? Kyle comes in the train car where his parents are, looks at Audra, and informs Jack and Diane that he spoke with Claire and Cole died. Diane and Jack are stunned. Kyle can't understand why he ever felt being there to exact petty revenge was more important. Across the car, Billy asks Phyllis if she has considered his offer to partner up again. She reminds him that he has messed her over twice. Why should she trust him? Jack approaches and inquires as to what they are discussing. Phyllis claims they are consoling each other after everything that has happened. Billy tells Phyllis to ignore his brother. Jack believes things must change. Billy informs Jack that they would discuss significant adjustments once they return to Genoa City. Jack agrees and goes away. Phyllis is curious about the huge changes Billy intends to implement and requests further information. Billy says they'll discuss the future when they get home. More, vote. What did you think of the Kane story? Audra tells Sally at the bar that they have a lot of catching up to do, but not here. Sally looks at Phyllis and Billy and muses, yeah, I agree. Audra Sally Y&R. Sally walks away, and Kyle confronts Audra, revealing that Claire's father died and that, because to her, he is locked there and unable to be with her. Audra is sorry to hear about Claire's father, but his decision to be there is not on her. You kissed me back, Kyle. Kyle is furious that she failed, and he intends to get a front row seat as Victor drops the hammer on her. He won't allow failure go unpunished. It's only a matter of time. Audra Kyle Y&R. More, why Kyle has all but lost Claire. Will Kane back down? In Lily's train car, Kane refuses to believe that everything they've shared has vanished. Lily assures him that their relationship will never be the same again, and he is solely responsible for it. The train whistle blows, and she says, "Goodbye, Kane." He responds, "Not goodbye." She begs him not to come back. People are dead. Kane tells her, "Until we meet again, Lily." Lily yells. Does he not realize that people don't want him there? Please. Simply keep away. The threat to Kane is not over, as a would-be assassin follows him to Genoa City. According to the Young and the Restless SpoiIers, Kane Ashby may still have a target on his back as he arrives in Genoa City. Kane summoned Chance Chancellor to Nice because he suspected someone was attempting to assassinate him. Will this individual follow Kane to Genoa City and try to take him down again? Carter was the killer at the chateau. Unfortunately for Chance, Carter was the only killer in Nice, and he not only murdered Damian Kane but will also eventually kill Chance. So yet, no one has showed up looking for Kane, but that doesn't mean they won't follow him to Genoa City. Will they eventually catch up with him? Why was Kane so paranoid that he asked Chance to protect him? If Carter is just after Damian, who else possibly be after Kane? If someone is following Kane, isn't he endangering everyone around him by returning to Genoa City? Could Kane be putting Lily in even more danger than she was previously in? Is Colin the reason Kane is a target? Colin Atkinson wished to reunite with his kid. Colin claims he wanted forgiveness and to reconnect. However, Colin has never been someone to be trusted. No one knows what's going on in this circumstance. Colin's statement that he wanted things to be on the up and up does not necessarily hold true. There could be a lot of people Colin had wronged who desire revenge, and now that Colin is gone, Kane is the only way to accomplish it. Colin may have been the one who put a bullseye on Kane's back, and now he must cope with the consequences while also putting others in danger. However, Kane has also made adversaries. Kane created this hostage situation. Kane is completely responsible for orchestrating the hostage situation that cost Chance his life and could have killed Lily Winters as well. Carter ended his own life instead. Nick Newman and Sharon Newman were imprisoned, and Nick nearly died after battling with a guard. Kane can absolutely expect the Newmans to seek vengeance for what happened on the trip to Nice. After all, Nick was framed for murder, and if Kane had listened to him, he wouldn't be in prison at all. Will he be able to endure what is ahead, or will the revenge plot against him bring him down?